Hello there, welcome to my channel. This is my desk. It's very messy. Hello. Messy as in it's dirty. Well, it's not dirty, it's got paint all over it. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is my 2021, all the art I did in 2021 video slash sketchbook tours, because I thought that I would combine them because I don't think that I did much art outside of my sketchbook. I did some digital, I did a couple of pieces here and there. I've actually lost one that I did, but if you watched the video you'll have seen it. It was the apricot that I did in the ink video for the Artful box. Anyway, I think I've got all of my art collected, but we will see. These are little sketchbooks that I worked in this year. 4. I haven't finished them all. I have finished a couple, but other than that, that's it. We're gonna go through them and show you the art that I worked on and make myself feel good about how much art I've actually done this year. But again, a lot of it was in sketchbooks, so I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. Nearly forgot about this guy. Anyway, we're gonna start with the latest, or the earliest first, which is this one, which to be honest, I thought that I finished last year, but apparently not. I finished it this year, maybe, I don't know. This is my sketchbook that I received from Jennifer. She is a friend of mine, Jennifer DiCarlo Art. Well, that's not her name. I think it's just Jennifer DiCarlo. You can check her out. I'll leave her link in the description below. But this is a sketchbook that she sent me to try out. She said it was one of her favourite sketchbooks. It's a Winsor Newton one, and it has watercolour paper in it. So it's pretty cool. So I started this on the 31st of January 2021 and finished it on the 13th of April 2021. So it was quite a fast sketchbook for me, considering most of them were paintings. The first one I did was this. This was when I was first getting into gouache-ish, and it is very dull, but I do kind of like it. I actually did these for a video that I was going to do, how to or different ways and ideas on how to fill your sketchbook. This is obviously a Zentangle thing, and I really had so much fun doing this. It is quite simple, but it was really fun to try and come up with different patterns and fill in these little watercolour squares. Again, this is from that video, just the eye thing. Did this in coloured pencil. This is where my love of skies began. I really love a sky with clouds. This one I can see that I have actually improved significantly since this, so it's quite nice to look back on your old art and see where you started and where you are now. Again, this is from that video that I never posted, but it was like comfort zone and trying something new, perspective or whatever. I didn't finish this one because I was having a bit of trouble, but I actually really like it. It's very urban sketchy, I think. Really cool. I redid the donuts because I wasn't happy with these donuts, so I redid them. And I also just did some lines, because who doesn't love a little bit of lines? I got this idea from an artist that I watch on, well, I don't watch her, I follow her on Instagram. She's called Rosie's Sketchbook, and she does really cool gouache paintings, and I thought I wanted to be a really cool gouache painter, so I decided to do this, but I was having really bad problems with muddiness, and I wasn't using the gouache in a way that I could have used it. And also I think she did hers with acrylic gouache, so I was having so much trouble trying to layer gouache on top of the other, and I wasn't really that knowledgeable about how gouache works. I tried it again here and I'm much happier with that. Less muddy. I didn't just paint over everything. If I wanted something to be light, I would paint it light. Another Zentangle thing, because I was having so much fun in the past. This is really cool. I like this, even though there's a little splodge here that doesn't make sense. But I did this really cool vintage camera. It's a Kodak, by the way. Don't know if you know what that is. I mean, they are still pretty much around now, but back in the day Kodak was the bomb.com for cameras. No Canon, or, well, I suppose Canon and stuff was around, but for people that were like poor, Kodak was the way to go. But anyway, illustrated that, and I illustrated a pink Game Boy. I just thought it would be cool. I was kind of playing about with my style here, a lot more graphical than I would go for now or in the past, but I thought I would play with it anyway. Plants are the bane of my life. I hate drawing plants. I hate painting plants, and the reason is it's so hard to make them look good. I don't know how people do it. This was an experiment. I tried. I enjoyed painting them at the time, but I just couldn't make them look good. I don't know, plants are so complicated to me, and if anybody has any tutorials or like ideas on how to paint plants easier, then please do tell me, because I would love to know, and I would love to add more plants and foliage into my artwork. Recently I have been doing trees and bushes in landscapes, much easier than houseplants I think, but let me know. These are some lollies that I did. I think this was summer. No, it wasn't. It was March. Probably wasn't actually that hot back then, but it was so colourful, and I was playing around with my watercolours and gouache, and I really enjoyed doing this page. It was really fun. This is just a page of swatches, and then it was my birthday, which, by the way, for future reference, is the 20th of March, and I was 30 this year. Wasn't really how I wanted my 30th birthday to go, and I didn't get myself a cake, so I painted myself one instead, and I really like this. I kind of want to make this in real life. I might make that for my birthday this year, make a cake for myself, but it will have to be a small one because my son's birthday is the day after mine, and we do not want to eat that much cake. Getting into the food paintings now. I really like this bowl of ramen. I don't eat ramen. It's not a thing that I would gravitate towards, especially if there's tomatoes in it. An egg in sauce just gives me the box, I don't know. And then I went on to try and paint some tomatoes because I wasn't happy with the tomatoes. In here it just looks like a big mush of mess. A bowl of soup and a donut. Of course we need to paint a donut. I think I was watching The Walking Dead when I was painting these, by the way. Re-watching The Walking Dead. This is a lolly on a napkin on a plate. I got it from Unsplash. I think most of these pictures are from Unsplash. And then another egg with some tomatoes underneath on a plate. This is some French toast and bananas and blackberries, or blueberries. Blueberries. Blackberries are the knobbly ones. Blueberries are the round ones. Gotta remember that. This is a cherry pie. I really like how the cherry pie came out. Love it. This was done in watercolour, these two, by the way. And then gouache in the background. A bowl of yogurt, berries, strawberries. I think I've definitely improved my painting skills on the strawberry front, but that's exciting. And then we have a bowl of something. Don't know what this is, but I don't think I finished it. Got this stack of cups and plate and teapot. I really like this one, and I scanned it in and cleaned it up on the computer, and I'm thinking about releasing a print of this if you would like it. I really enjoyed it. And then here's a rotary phone. Don't know if anybody knows what that is, but we used to have phones in the house like this, and that's all we had. We didn't have smartphones. I was going down the vintage route here. This is a radio, and this is a cassette player. It's really not the style that I like, but it was fun to do. Still going down the retro road, and I have this retro computer and retro TV, and then a bunch of swatches. I love that Salad is just like, I didn't do any salad drawings in this, any characters or anything like that, but you know, it's fine. Loads of swatches. And that is the end of this book. If you have been on my channel for a while, you might recognise this. This is a sketchbook that I started, I don't know when I started it because it doesn't say, Inktober 2019 I think. But I did go through and fill up some other pages that I thought would be a good idea because it was quite empty. Like these drawings are from this year. I will point out all the drawings that are from this year. This one, these two. All of the ones in pink are also from this year. This is a self-portrait, by the way. This is me. And I think this is also me, but I look like a completely different person. These are a couple of paintings from my finishing my video in like 7 days, finishing my sketchbook in 7 days video. I will link it. This is a picture of a beach, and it's a reference photo from Pinterest, I believe. This is from a Studio Ghibli movie. I think it's Howl's Moving Castle, but I'm not sure. I haven't actually seen any Studio Ghibli movies apart from Kiki's Delivery Service, which I recently watched. I didn't watch it when it came out. I recently watched it like in the last year or so. Those are old ones. Tried to do this again, didn't work, gave up. These are from the last time I was using this sketchbook, but these are from this year in April, and they're just some keys and rusty doors, and I really enjoyed this. In fact, I really like this sketchbook. It's quite a nice sketchbook and I might get it again. A funky looking house, and another Studio Ghibli, but this is terrible. Like, I didn't have the drawing skills at the time. I was just working on painting, and then I went into this and it was so detailed. I mean, it still looks like it, but up here is a mess. I don't know what's going on. The little statue thing is weird, but I really like this area here. I think I did well to convey the texture and the distortion. These two are my favourite, or some of my favourite paintings that I've done this year. They are bushy, gardeny, and cute, and I really like them. I love this pot. I know that's so random, but I love that there's a pot there, because I am trying to add elements that require more technical skills than just shapes and values. So yeah, this was really fun. I love the archway here. I love garden gates. I've been trying to paint these a lot more, but my imagination sucks, and I haven't been able to find any references for drawings like this. So if you know of any references that has this sort of thing, or what I can search for, then please do tell, because I would love to paint more stuff like that. And then these two, this was from, I think I copied this from another artist or something, or maybe I didn't, I don't know. But I really enjoyed doing this. This would have blended well if I had acrylic wash, because I was painting a lot of lights on top of darks, but you can see that it's still achievable without looking too muddy, and I was really happy I did this. And then this is a picture of some boats that I took on a day trip with my dad. Don't know what I was doing with the sky, but it was fun. And that's it for this book. Now this little tiny thing I've had for years as well. Tor also sent me this. I say that because I just filmed my What's in My Pencil Case video, and Tor sent me something from there too. So it's got a couple of paintings from like 2017, 18, whenever that was. All of these are from then. And then I decided to pick it back up again to try and fill it up, because I've had it for so long. I was going to do a Zentangle here, but I forgot. And then here are some donuts. I really love this spread. I think it's really cute. And then this is a tiny, tiny painting. I really like it. I think it's really cool. This is when I was still into watercolour and not gouache. A cookie. I used to love painting cookies. And then these two paintings of some cakes, which I really love as well. This one's my favourite, definitely, but I also like this one. And that's it in this little sketchbook. I still have so many pages left of this. I might finish that soon. And then this one. I was saving this for an individual sketchbook tour, but I haven't finished it yet, and I don't think I'm going to finish it by the time I can record this video. So obviously I'm recording it now, but I only have a week left until I can stop recording videos. So this is it. I don't know when I started it because I did not date it. I don't know why I keep doing that. I don't date things, but we will be able to find out if you look in my... oh, by the way, this is a moleskin. It's the same as this, but it's smaller. And this is a travel log handbook, global art materials sketchbook, by the way, just so you know. And this is also a moleskin, but the bigger version. So yeah, I obviously started it when I did that plein air video. This is my front garden with my car in it. And as you can see, I'm not very good at painting cars. I'm not very good at drawing cars. They complicated. And I parked it at a weird angle, so you know, it was hard. If it was just the back, I think I probably would have done it okay, but because I could see like the side of it, it was just a mess. But I really love the way that this came out, and I'm really happy that I did it. So good. This is actually an acrylic painting that I did, and I loved it. I don't like doing acrylic paintings on canvases, but I really do enjoy acrylic paintings on my sketchbook, and I love how flat it is. It's so random, but it's so flat. This sketchbook I do not like, by the way. I don't like the fact that the pages are thin. Like, if you compare it to the size of these pages, they're slightly bigger, just slightly, like by a centimetre, but it makes all the difference in the world. And when I'm trying to do prints of things from my sketchbook, it doesn't really work because it's too long compared to the width. So I went mental with the purples because I had a lot of purple paint and I wanted to get rid of the purple paint. So I did this, and it's too purple, I think. But then I did this one beside it, and I really love just the, I don't know, I love the way this looks. It's so colourful, but also muted. I don't know I don't know. I'm just enjoying using a gouache recently. Again, some paintings. This is a hut in some snow with the light coming through the trees. This one was a disaster. I don't know what was going on. It was a dirt path, and this is a cliff. It's not the best, to be honest. Quite barren looking. Some swatches. I think I got new gouache paints here. I must have. Yeah, I got gouache paints here. And then I went on a journey and started painting loads of water, and I'm so excited about that. This is a landscape that I haven't finished, but I've lost the reference picture for it. So I've just left the tape on. It's probably going to rip when I take that off, or maybe I'll just keep it like that. And then this one is another landscape, which I love. It's very nice. Very nice. But looking at this, I was so proud of it at the time. Look how red my finger is. Anyway, I was so proud of it at the time, but I think that I could probably do much better now. Beach paintings and water. I love a bit of beach and water. That's all I have to say about that. More beach, more water. So cool. Oh, look at this. More beach and more water. I love this painting, but I did realise that I made it far too purple at the back. But it was kind of like that in the reference picture. I just upped it a little bit too much. I think this is supposed to be a sky, but it kind of looks like water. And then this road painting, which is... This was like revolutionary for me because I was so excited that I did all these little dots. Hold on, let me see. Can you see it? All these little dots and dashes for leaves. And the reflection and the road, I just loved the way that this came out, and I was so happy with it. And then I went and painted these. This just shows you that art goes up and down, it fluctuates. It's funny. This one is one of my favourite paintings that I've done this year, and a lot of people loved it. In fact, my dad shared it on like our local Facebook page for like photography, and people recognised the road, which is insane. And it got like 300 likes or something and loads of comments, so I was really happy with that. I painted this on location at the beach when I was there with my dad. This is Silver Sands, and Caden was there also. It smudged a little bit though. This is also on location at Kirkcaldy Beach, which is actually one of my favourite beaches. It's really nice. A painting of some flowers. I really do like this. The composition is a bit whack because the actual flower was going off the page, but I enjoyed it. It was really nice. Now we're getting into the fun part. This is actually in September when it started to get a little bit fall-y, and I wanted to do some fall foresty paths and stuff. I love doing these where there's like trees falling down and there's leaves and there's, what are these called? Steps. But if you see, look at the difference between these leaves and these leaves. I have no idea how I achieved that. I was so happy with it. Tried to replicate it here, and I did not. I think I didn't let this dry in between layers long enough, because you need to let gouache dry completely before you try and layer on top of it, otherwise it'll just mush together. But I'm quite happy with this. It's a different style, maybe different area, maybe different types of leaves. This is craziness. This is actually soft pastel, and this is gouache with a little bit of soft pastel on top. Very simple painting. I put washi tape to cover this disgustingness because the washi tape ripped it, and then I put pastel on it, and then the pastel like clung to all the ripped bits. So I put that on to make it more aesthetically pleasing, but I don't think it worked very well. I have painted this like 3 times already. This is from Culross. I took a picture and I painted it. This is the exact same painting. I didn't even realise this. Look. Look at the difference. This is when I didn't know much about gouache. This is when I did. I mean, I think I like the flicks of this better and the like, you know. But I took this out because I didn't like how chunky it was. But yeah, I think that that's an improvement. Look how clean this is compared to that. It's much more apparent in real life as well. This was a fun time. I love these. These are so good. Just bigging myself up, but it's a change from me just saying this is rubbish, I hate this. I had so much fun painting all these this year. But yeah, another forest path. We love a forest path. I need more reference pictures of forest paths. Oh look, another forest path. And then I was like, maybe I should change it up a bit and do some sand dunes. It was weird because in the picture, I think the sun was like reflecting some pink onto the sand. So this part of the sand looked pink and this part of the sand looked a little bit more sandy, and I was trying to convey that, but it was really hard. But I really like the way that this came out. Fun. This. Remind me never to try and draw like this again. What was I thinking? It's craziness. I do not like this style whatsoever. It looks really good when other people do it, but when I attempt it, it looks rubbish. Basically, it's like blocky style. And then I did some mountains and some water, which I really love. And then another road, because we love a road. I really like these paintings. And then this is where I started to get discouraged. I wanted to try and do more in gouache than just paint landscapes. I was getting a bit bored. So I went on Pinterest and I looked up other people's art on Pinterest and I tried to replicate it, and it just did not work whatsoever. It was horrible. It was a mess. This is horrible. Let's just move on. And then I did this, which is also a horrible mess. I just said how it was such a change from me saying everything's horrible and like I'm so proud of my art and I love doing all these, and then now I'm like, oh my god, this is terrible. But in the reference picture, this was not in the reference picture and it was much wider, so it doesn't look good, and I was having trouble with the mixies, and this I was also having trouble with the mixies and trying to layer yellows and oranges on top of blues, which obviously makes green, so I was having a bit of a bother there, but it still came out okay, and it was a good learning experience. And this is the last one I did in this sketchbook, which I really like. I am so happy with this, even though it is quite simple compared to some of my other stuff. I don't like the way the sky came out, but it's fine. I could always paint over that and try again, but I really love the clouds and the grassy area in the bottom. I think there could be a little bit more contrast in this area, but loved the way it came out. Was going to do another one here, but I have no idea what it was, so I'll need to look through my reference pictures and see what that was. But that is this sketchbook. I have quite a bit to go in it, and I will finish it eventually. There's obviously some swatches in the back. I am never getting a moleskin sketchbook again though. Waste of money. I bought this sketchbook on a whim. I seen it in Hobbycraft. It was cheap. It was like £3. I bought two. I don't like them. They're too thick, so it's quite awkward. Two, they're too small for my liking. I'm pretty sure Rosie would love this though. I might send the extra one that I have to Rosie. But yeah, it's talking about Rosie actually. This is Rosie's sticker. That was a freebie sticker, and I bought this one because it's so cute. Ugly sketchbook. And I'm going to show you the back of this sketchbook, but it's actually disgusting. So excuse the mess, but still proud though. I love the stickers. Anyway, we're going to go through this real quick because this is all the sketches I have done this year. Like, I have not sketched anything else apart from these. So we're going to get into it. I went through a phase where I just was like, right, I'm going to do character design, and I went through a couple of tutorials, mostly by Shmoo Draws, so that's why the work looks kind of similar to hers, but I used me as a reference. So this is me trying to draw myself in pants. Please don't look at me. And this is me trying to cartoonize myself a little bit, which I really love. I love this style. Recently I've been really loving line art, which... who am I? What have I done with myself? What's happened? Line art? Me? I know, but I've been really enjoying playing with different sizes, having all the like little tiny lines inside the art and having the big chunky lines outside the art, filling in little black spaces. It's been great. I really need a drink. Oh, I've been talking for a while. This video is going to be long. I always say that every year. Okay, so then we go on to do other things. I was copying the poses that Shmoo Draws had and just like adding my own elements, like my own clothing and my own face. I really love the way that I've like stylized myself, but I don't think that I could draw this again in this way. This looks different from that. She's a lot more skinnier here, a lot more long-faced, and then here she's a lot more less long-faced, I guess. But I really like this style and it's really fun to play with. Here's more drawings, again just copying poses from Shmoo and like the way she does her legs and stuff and her body shapes, and just trying to add my own faces and elements onto it. Then I went on a big thing. Caden, my son, asked me to draw him, so I did multiple times. It's funny. But yeah, just playing with different ways of drawing people. I really like drawing characters, but they're just so hard when you get into the actual like different poses and things. But I'm drawing myself quite a lot in different stances and stuff. This is supposed to be Caden, but he came out massive. Like, he's got a little tiny baby head and then a huge body, and I was like, nope. Trying out different poses. Again, this is from like Pinterest. I would find a random person sitting in a random way and then just draw myself as that person. This is a boy. Just some random sketches. I don't know why. It's so random. This. I'm just like, this is going to be my character book. I'm just going to draw characters and portraits in this. And then there's a building. Look at this old granny. She's so cute. Pinterest stuff. You've probably seen this a million times. Pinterest stuff. Like actual people's drawings copying. I don't know who they are though. This was a girl on Pinterest. Really love the way that this came out. It's so bold. Love it. This is actually the sketch of the flower that I painted in the other sketchbook that I showed you. Or Pinterest stuff. Moving away from drawing myself now. Drawing other people. Trying it anyway. Trying to get the proportions right because I'm just rubbish at that. What is this? Oh, don't look at that. What happened here? I was drawing in pen. Couldn't fix it. A woman munching a cake. Oh, this is interesting. Now this smudged a lot, but I drew her like this first, and then I decided to try and stylize her a little bit more, and I drew her like this. But I don't like the way she like looks in this one either. Just more. I started to stop drawing on this side because it was just really annoying for me. This was at the start of Inktober, and I was like, maybe I should do portraits like this all month, but I didn't have time. I only did a couple. And I didn't post them online, like this one. I think something happened. I spilled something on this and I painted over it in gouache and then I just drew him on top of it. I keep doing this. I want to fill the whole page and then I end up just doing a tiny little head. So then I retried and he's just a pencil sketch. Oh, I did this in November. And then I did this one at work when I was waiting at lunchtime. So yeah, those are all my sketchbooks. Let's quickly go through my actual artwork. Can you believe that this is all the singular artwork that I did in 2021? Oh my god. Okay, so I did actually find the apricot that I was talking about. Here it is here. I did that in a video if you want to go and check that out. Most of these were in videos actually if you want to go and check them out. I'm going to go through them really quickly because we are running out of time. This was also a video, artful video. Please ignore the blueberries up here, but look at this. Whoa. Food paintings, a lot of them. Beans and egg. Don't know what this is. Was rubbish, but it's fine. We're learning. Another food painting. Again, love it. Didn't finish it though. This is a smoothie sort of granola thing. I really love the way that I've started to copy April and add in multiple colours and stuff. I really like this, but this part is just rubbish. I think maybe if I cut it off here it would look really cool. A plate of breakfast. Do you want to come to breakfast? Maybe. A plate of pancakes and blueberries. I really like this one. I've already talked about these in a recent video, so that's why I'm not really going through them much. I don't know where the finished version of this is, but this is when I was brainstorming how to colour my Robin Welsh Christmas card. And then these are my tiny little paintings, which I did twice because I deleted the footage by accident. I lost the footage. So this is one. Oh. This is one. This one. Ooh. And this one. And then I did them all again. This one, but smaller. And this one. And this one. Added a rainbow to that one. And this one. And then this is... I can't even fit it all in the thing. But this... It's almost there pretty much, is my MDF painting that I love. It's actually gouache, but it's held up pretty well, but it has been in my cupboard for ever since I did it. But it's a nice painting, I like it. And I painted the edges brown. So good. I just don't know how to put it up because it's just a board. Ow. Oops. Yep. And then this is the other thing that I did. I think I recorded this. I don't know, but it's a acrylic painting, and this is what I mean. Maybe it's the large scale, but also I just don't think I'm very good at details with acrylic. So this is the only acrylic painting that I've painted this year. I have digital artwork that I could go through, but this video is pretty long, so I think I might not do that. But if you do want to see that, then let me know and I'll make a separate video for that, but it won't be until next year now. So anyway, I'm going to end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in my next video. Why are my lights off? Would that have made a difference? Sorry, just filmed that whole video with my lights off. Oh well. Bye.